And there it is. Is that rubber? Is it rubber? Hello sheddies, and you join me again in my shed. Happy New Year to you, 2025. I hope you had a great New Year's Eve party or gathering or whatever you did. Great Christmas as well. Quick disclaimer, as usual, I've probably got a lot of things wrong in this video, so please put the comments below. It helps me and others. I was hoping to get more videos out over Christmas period, but it's just been full on with home life, family life, and I've been doing a bit of DIY as well. I was going to take you along on the what I was doing. I was repainting the stairs, and I was sanding down the staircase, put these carpet tiles on instead of having a runner. I thought, oh no, let's have these carpet tiles. They're quite nice actually. It's called Cecil, I think it is. It goes on top, really good. I might put a picture on actually. In fact, I've got to give it another coat of paint, so I might wait until I've finished it. Anyway, that's one of the things I got up to, apart from drinking and being merry, of course. But it's great to get back in the shed, speak to my friends on YouTube. That's a great thing about YouTube. I can just pop along to the shed and have a chat with you, amazing people. And once again, thank you so much for subscribing. New and old subscribers, you're more than welcome. Any comments you've got, stick them below. Give me a thumbs up, always helps as well. It's cold today, and I've just put a massive piece of polythene down the middle of the shed, because that side is my work side, day job if you like, where I've got a desk and my computer and everything else. So I want to keep that side warm more than this side, because usually I'm doing things this side. That side I'm sat on a chair. Makes sense. I need to get better heating in here. I say this every year as well. I need to get more heating. If I did another New Year's resolution, it'll just go on for days, and I'm not going to commit myself. All I'm going to do is put more effort into YouTube. Tell you a little bit about the channel. It's basically me, what I get up to in my shed, a DIYer, amateur, not professional in any way at all, just things I get up to at the weekend, pottering around, making stuff, buying new tools, restoring tools maybe. And then we do shed space as well, which is a live stream, which is always a good laugh. We sent quite a few tools before Christmas, and I need to review them. In fact, one of them I'm doing the video today. In fact, enough waffle, let's get on to it now. Glasses, whoop. One New Year's resolution, get my eyes tested. Instead of these Primark £1.50 ones. No good for my eyes. So here it is, the Topdon TC004 handheld thermal imaging camera. I've been sent this for free. I can say whatever I like about it. I'm not being paid, but for full transparency, that's why you saw that thing at the top of the corner of the screen. I'm not being paid. It's not a sponsorship, but I have been sent it for free. It's something that I know I will use. It's got a 256 by 192 high resolution infrared camera, 2.8 inch display screen, -4 to 662 Fahrenheit, or -20 to 350 centigrade. Project imaging to PC, analyze images with the PC, video recording supported. So I think I'm going to unwrap this, and for your benefit, I'm going to play around with it first before I start using it on camera, but I'll do it in this video. Storage capacity 16 gigabytes, battery capacity 5,000 milliamp hour, www.topdon.com. I'll put the link to it below. There's a discount code as well. I'll put that link there as well. I admit this isn't for everybody, but you might be curious to see what they do and what they are capable of. So first of all, let's open it up. What's inside? Ooh. Oh, it looks like a little holder for it, a little bag. Product certificate, calibration certificate, and the manual. Oh, the plug adapter by the looks of it. USB that side. And there it is. Is that rubber? Is it rubber? If you're new to this channel, you won't have realised, but I love rubber on tools. It's like a hardened plastic. It feels well made though. I've never used one of these before, by the way, but I've seen other people using them, so it'll be interesting to see what it can do. Ooh. What else we got? Memory card, and this looks like the charger lead. Got charger plug, different countries. So it comes with the adapters for whatever country you're in. Foam, it's nice to see foam in there. And then we've got a USB lead with a USB-C by the looks of it on one end. Move that out of the way. Velcro at the front, or hook and loop. Oh yeah, little strap there, I think to probably put over your shoulder. I presume that just slots into there. Nice. Seems well made. The whole thing feels well made. You can normally tell just first impressions on a tool. Yeah, it's a different sort of plastic. Is it rubber? It's not rubber, but it's more durable than the blue plastic. Topdon. So there's everything. I'm going to go away and come straight back to you once I've had a play around with it. But let's just turn it on at least. Does it come on? Probably needs charging. Oh, look at that. That is a really clear view. See more than the human eye can. Oh, straight away. Look at that. Straight away. English. Well, this is going to be self-explanatory. So I've obviously got to set the date up and everything. I've got to play around with it. I'll come straight back to you. Well, it's a few days later and I've been playing around with it, but I think I might need to bring another video out on this as well, like a part 2 to go a bit more in depth. I'll show you what I've found out on about it already. I'll show you the operation of it, and let's go from there. And also, there's an offer on it that ends on the 9th of January. So I'll put the link in the description with the offer code. I'll bring out another video, like I say, and also if the code changes, I'll change it in the description if you see it after the 9th of January. I've played around with it. I've tried it out on a few things that might be handy. Any suggestions you've got, by the way, things I can test it out on, put them in the comments below. But first of all, let's turn it on. Get your finger on the button. And it comes on. There we go. So the system initializing. And as you can see, it's starting to work already. Put my hand under there. There we go. You can see it's warm. Now you can see on there 3 targets. If you can see those, we've got a green one, a red one, and a white. Now the white one is in the center of the screen. The red one is the hottest points, which you can see on there is 31 degrees on my fingers. And then the green one, you can see in the top right-hand corner there, that's the coldest position. And you see the scale down the side. So 9.1 centigrade up to 31.1 centigrade. In the center of the screen, you can see the white target. And that, if you centralize it like on my finger there, you see the top left-hand corner going up to 30-something degrees. Battery in the corner, I've used it quite a bit. And I've only used, what, 15% of battery? Charges up well. Look at the fingerprints on the mat. Look, it leaves heat prints. I must say this thing is fantastic. It's endless possibilities. I can think of loads, but for now, I'm going to show you some things that are quite obvious. Talk through the things you could use it for. And like I say, if you've got any more ideas, put your comments below. So quickly go through the operation. That's the playback button. You can actually record on this and take photos. There's a torch button just there. Press that. And then for hard to see areas, you've got a torch at the front. Turn that off. Back button just there. You've got the on-off button in the bottom right-hand corner. You can adjust that to standby. I was letting it run earlier and it went off because I need to adjust the standby time before it turns off. And then you've got a center button, like an OK button. Then you've got arrows going around the outside. So you've got the center button and then it brings up measurement. So if you go on to there, so that's your center spot, the white one. Hot spot, the red, cold spot, the green, and then you can get rid of them if you want to. Get rid of them all. So bring them back on again. Pressing those, brings them back. I'm saying I'm briefly going through this. I'll go through in more detail in another video. Back, so next we go across to the palette, and we can choose what palette we like. So we've got white hot. The white is the hottest points. As you can see there. And then we've got black hot. So the opposite way around, like a negative. And then we've got the one that's already set up, which is the iron. And then we've got rainbow. And then the last one is, I don't know what that is, RDGY, red, I don't know. But anyway, there we go. And then back, so let's leave it on iron. Back. And then we've got settings, measure parameters, temperature scale, look at that. So we can go from -20 to 150 degrees centigrade or 100 to 400 degrees centigrade. One of the things it does tell you, don't point it at the sun, which is quite obvious. Photo settings. So at the minute, if you press the trigger, it takes a photo. And if you don't put this option on, it doesn't save it. You have to choose to save it. So I've put auto save on the photo. The video, you have to confirm that you're saving it, but I'll show you that in a sec. So if we go back, units, so we can either go centigrade or Celsius and Fahrenheit. Auto power off. Now this is, so you can do it for 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 20 minutes, 120 minutes, or off completely. System settings. device information, factory reset, format the SD card, date and time, language, and then there's an update. So let's get straight into it. At the top, got this like rubber flap at the top. And there we've got the USB-C for charging and for transferring data into your PC, because you get the lead with it as well. And that's where the SD card sits. Pop that back in there. At the bottom, we've got a screw thread, fix it onto a tripod. I'll show you that in the video. And then there's the trigger at the front for taking photos or videos. So to press it once, so if we do there, let's do a press the trigger, takes a photo of it. The name of the photo is actually the date and time as well, which is handy. So if we do it again, you see on there, it's a code, but it's actually the date and the time. And then to do a video, so keep your finger on the buttons for video, and it starts recording. As you can see on there, if you can see that. And then when you want to stop, press the trigger again. And it'll ask you, do you want to save it? Yeah, save it. So I formatted it before I started this video. So if we go back to onto the play button, is the video. MP4, there's the video. So we can play that. There you go, you can see me moving it around. So, self-explanatory, stores all your photos and images. If you reference the temperature to a later date, you can do. Right, I'll show you what I did when I was playing around with it. I'll tell you about more of the specs as we go along. There it is, nice in the hand as well, really good grip. It's shockproof and waterproof. The bag that comes with it, I'm gonna say it's got like a shoulder strap. And then to put it away, turn it off, press the off button, and then just slot him into there. And then Velcro it down like that. Nice bag. And you even got a buckle on the back to put it on your belt. Right, first place to try is my gas heater in my shed. This is on the office side of my shed. And as you can see on there, it's showing 200 degrees. Now, I'm pretty sure it went hotter than that, but I didn't have it on the other setting, of course, where it goes up to 400 degrees. Then I was walking around the shed and I thought, let's try a few things out. Fluorescent light, you can see there, of course, it's going to be warm. Now, this did pick up a few things that I forgot about. One of which was, if we look there, first of all, this is one of my amplifiers. Well, the controller for my amplifier for one of the bass bins. And it's always on standby. And look how hot it got. So I'm probably going to have to keep unplugging that. And also, if you look down there, there's a heat source. And I forgot to turn my fog machine off. I was going to have a New Year's Eve party in my shed. We didn't in the end. We had it in the house. But I forgot I left it on. So there we go. That's something else. There's also a lamp that we've just gone past. I'll come back to that in a minute. But yeah, I'm just pointing at various things. There's a battery charge that's charging up. Of course, it's going to be warm. There is my CCTV, my ring. But that's meant to be turned off. So I've got a little flap on the front of it, but you can see it's quite warm. You can see the heat down the other end of the shed where my polythene is. Now that lamp there, you see them two fluorescent light bulbs in there? They've gone a while and they're not lighting back up. But look at the amount of heat it's letting off. Energy I'm burning, electricity I'm burning. No good. Now, if you can see on here, this roof isn't insulated in my bar kitchen, but you can see the beams, which is also good for doing stud walls. So you'll be able to see through stud walls. And if you notice, the windows are black because it's very cold outside. Also, standby switches. Look at that, standby switch. Red hot. What's that, 20-something degrees? Here's the screw thread at the bottom. I'll just try putting it onto the bottom of a tripod. Screws on dead easy, so you can have it in a fixed position. But just remember to put the standby on-off switch for longer, as you'll see in a few moments. So I thought, first thing I'm going to do, let's grind a bit of metal. So I've got a bit of metal in the vise, got my grinder with a flappy sanding disc on there, just to see what sort of temperatures it goes up to. I haven't got my glasses on that well, so I can't see what it goes up to. But look, these are just things we're trying out. Here we go, 47 degrees. And then the power went off. Typical. So I realised after doing a bit more sanding, a bit more grinding, so I turned it over and it's still red hot, as you can see. What we're going up to now, 26 degrees. Oh, hang on, what are we at? 61, is it? 72, 56, 85, 45, 76. Look, we're having to play around with it at this stage. So say in the next video, I'll go into more depth. There's loads more things we can do with these, of course. Like,
for when I'm doing my pizzas in my pizza oven, seeing if it gets up to temperature. We can check if someone's in the back garden, if I can hear someone rustling around in the back garden. I'll be able to detect their body heat at night time. There's things like, I don't know, campfires. If the campfire hasn't been put out properly, we can have a look at embers that are still burning. So I went from the belt sander to the disc sander at the side there, and look at the temperature goes up to about 170 something degrees Celsius. I suppose it'd be good to spot wildlife in the garden as well.
If you enjoy this video, please give me a thumbs up, and if you're new here, subscribe.
Now there I was trying my amplifier and stereo. If you see the side that's on standby is red hot. Now is this because I've got polythene down the middle and it's heated one side and not the other? I don't know. So I'm in the house now, radiator. You can see where the pipes are behind the wall as well. You can see what temperature is, around 62 degrees. Now this radiator is higher than the other one. I've got to adjust the other one to bring it to the right temperature. But you can also see where the pipes go. When I did this ceiling here, the pipes actually run in that direction. See the pipes coming down, and this one is a lot lower. I think it's 28 degrees. Yeah, I've got to reset that radiator. It's not working correctly. But these are things that we can check. What else we got? Oh, there's the dog. I imagine it'd be good for greenhouses as well, maybe. Boiler inspections or electrical engineers. And then you look in the corner of this wall here in the ceiling, look, and you see that line next to it. That is where I ran some cables. The coax cable and the HDMI lead. And then you can see a little heat source in the bottom of that fireplace there. I don't know why that is. It must be because it's on standby. You can see the heat gathering at the top of the room there above that shelf. Say I insulated all downstairs when I did my renovations. You can see the Christmas trees, the lights there obviously lit up. You can see the scales there with the lights. And there's my kettle. I just made a cup of tea, but I boiled it. So I thought, oh, let's run the hot tap, see how long it takes to warm up. So there's it running, and there we go, it's starting to warm up now. It actually I think it goes up to about 60 degrees if you let it run, thereabouts. And then you can see the heat in the sink, of course. So the next thing, let's fill the kettle up again. Run the cold tap. So obviously you can see cold as well. So if you've got I suppose you could use it for things like a water leak, or if you've got problems with air conditioning or ventilation or whenever it's water related. Now I've sped this up, and you can see what sort of temperature. I think they normally get up to, is it 100 degrees that cuts out at, or 95? Well, I think this goes up to about 92, I think it is, before it cuts off. But you can see heat at the bottom where the water is. So then into the front room, and the tall radiator I've got in there, that gets up to about 60 degrees. And then you can see where the pipes run along. And you can also see where the screws, the drywall screws that I used when I put the ceiling up, because I overlaid it. There's the dog again. And there's me. And if you notice, when I put my glasses on, it's black because it's reflecting the heat, I think it is. So anyway, here's my car. I've been out on a quick run in it, so you can see the hot spots in the engine. Of course, for a mechanic, this would be brilliant. You can see the tyres here are warm as well because I've been out on a run. But for checking wear of brakes and suspension and under the bonnet, if there's any overheating going on, great way of testing it. Or heated seats, maybe. You can see a bit of heat escaping from them UPVC windows. And then also my fascia boards, my insulation, my loft. I need to do some work up there, so you can see a bit of heat escaping. Here's my stairs. It needs another coat of paint, by the way. But you can see the radiator at the top. Now the hot pipe runs down that wall because that's where my shower is, on the other side of the wall.
So there it is, I'm happy with that. I can see plenty of uses for it. Also, I forgot to mention, I don't know if you saw in the other video, the challenge that I said, the before and after challenge, was meant to be the end date of the 5th of January. Now it's the 20th of January. I'm already getting loads of emails through already. I'll be responding back to them when I get a chance. I'll bring out another video on it. As I say, there's a link below where you can buy one if you want to buy one. There's a discount code as well. If you've got any ideas what I could use this for, please comment below and I'll bring it out in the next video. Thanks to Topdon for sending it me. And I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching, take care, and remember, keep calm and head to the shed. Cheers! See you next time on Weekend Shedhead.